It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns. And it's all up next.
We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium. The veteran Dustin Hopkins has this one teed up, and we are underway here in Cleveland. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Giants offense ready to go to work, and they'll do so behind Daniel Jones in his 6th season now out of Duke.
And he's coming off an injury-shortened season where he only played in 6 games, going 1-5 over that span. Total touchdowns on the year. But the Giants have a lot of confidence in him. They didn't draft a quarterback this year, and they're looking for him to bounce back and prove that last year was an anomaly.
Jones looking to throw right away. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Jones. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play, and 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
And after 2 consecutive seasons where he played in just 12 games combined, they're hoping that this is a year where Watson finally shows that he was worthy of that massive contract they received back in 2022. Not that long ago, we were talking about him as one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And if he gets back on track, this team can make some serious noise as the year unfolds.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Watson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Give him the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
But that's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They will start this drive with Ford, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. Back to throw, Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Big-time move there by Kayvon Thibodeau, a talented pass rusher out of Oregon, who had a little bit of a breakout season last year. The next step for him, to stack dominant seasons together, and plays like that will certainly help accomplish just that.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A solid stiff arm. 51 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10. New York's offense back out there and set to go.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Jones.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And everyone wants a dynamic receiver on the outside, and he may take it to a new level. Slot fade, one of his favorite routes when he played at LSU. And head coach Brian Daboll, he loves the competitiveness that Neighbors brings to the table.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 41, Jones.
Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
That's caught left side by Neighbors.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A give up the middle to Singletary, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play as it takes us to the end of the 1st quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now it's Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. To throw is Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Now Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Watson looks to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
A shotgun snap for Watson.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Ford is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Once more with Ford.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Jerome Ford.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
The NFL Madden League Season 2-3, 2024 Week 3, games and highlights will be coming up next on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2024.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they can't bring him down.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Get set quick, all right? We're going on the alpha.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that That puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Operating from the gun, Jones.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
Touchdown, Giants! Devin Singletary, 32 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
The NFL Madden League Season 2-3, 2024 Week 3, games and highlights will be coming up next on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2025.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Watson now to throw.
The NFL Madden League Season 2-3, 2024 Week 3 matchup is now live streaming on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2025.
That's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Watson.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
Week 3 New York Giants 0-2 at Cleveland Browns 1-1.
Pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
The NFL Madden League Season 2-3, 2024 Week 3 matchups will be coming up next on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2025.
It's caught.
Yeah, the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal, New York.
Singletary is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Joseph on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and 7. Looking to throw. Watson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ford. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They run with Ford. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Watson to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson off play action. Eluding the pressure right. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. This is Ford. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, it's Ford. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And they'll run again. He'll try again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Deshaun Watson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense and running back Devin Singletary headed back onto the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Throwing Jones. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. They'll give this to Singletary running right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Singletary again. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Jones. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Ford.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From the gun, here's Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
That one taken in by Neighbors. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 32 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback Deshaun Watson set to take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Watson. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The end result, 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
On first down, they stick with Singletary.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down, here's the option. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Right back to Singletary on second down.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Week 3 Philadelphia Eagles 1-1 at New Orleans Saints 2-0.